Australia's unemployment rate for the month of August will be released in about an hour's time. And joining me now is our business reporter, Edward Boyd. Ed, great to see you, great to talk to you. Economists are predicting the jobless rate will remain pretty flat at about 3.5%.
Yeah, Laura, we know it is a very tight jobs market at the moment. In fact, the Bureau of Statistics yesterday put out a report saying in the June quarter, about 900,000 Australians worked multiple jobs, which was a record high. 900,000 people equates to about 6.5% of Australia's total workforce. Look, on the screen here, we've got the expectations today for the August unemployment rate, and it's expected to remain flat at 3.4%. That's the lowest rate since August 1974. The economists believe, though, that about 35,000 jobs will be created during the month. And what that's going to do is increase the participation rate, because the participation rate, which is the amount of people either in work or actively looking for work, that declined last month, but with this increase in jobs expected today, they're believing the participation rate is going to jump to 66.6%, which is getting close to a record high. So there's a lot of jobs out there, but there's also a lot of people still looking for work, trying to fill those jobs. And we've heard a lot from businesses talking about skill shortages over the past couple of months, and I think we're going to expect to see that continue when the numbers come out later today, Laura.
OK, what about the share market? Because it was a bloodbath yesterday. $60 billion was wiped off the ASX. The market is now open. So what's it doing?
Markets opened higher today. So yesterday was an absolute bloodbath. About $60 billion wiped off the value of Australian shares. It was all due to fears about, well, US inflation, really, and the prospect of more interest rate rises to come, sharper interest rate rises to come from the US Federal Reserve. You can see here the ASX 200 is up about 0.3% in early trade. Remember, yesterday it lost about 2.6%, so it hasn't bounced back at all. It started in positive territory, though, which is a good sign. So shares are not going down anymore. They're basically flat this morning. Look, the big news today is Myer, the department store chain, has just put out its profit results, and they've reported an increase in revenue to about $3 billion, and they've managed to lift their profit to $49 million. So they're paying dividends, 2.5 cents a share, which is a pretty good result for Myer, which has had a tough 4 or 5 years, really, and it now looks like it's finally starting to get back on track, Laura.